Hi to everyone. Let us study a new poem, A Challenge to Fate by Sarojini Naidu. You might have heard of the name Sarojini Naidu as a freedom fighter, yes, who fought for India's independence. As you know, she was also a writer, a social activist, one who worked for the emancipation of women. Yes, she was. It was she who worked for the emancipation of women in India, of course. And in a way, she can be called, the social activist and, a strong participant in civil rights movement in India. She worked for civil rights movement in India, and she is aptly called as the Nightingale of India. Yes, the Nightingale of India, Sarojini Naidu. From 1879 to 1949. Remember the period? 1879 to 1949. Yes, A Challenge to Fate. The poem depicts the strong spirit of human soul. Know the introduction? The poem depicts the strong spirit of the human soul. The poem shows that an enlightened human spirit cannot be defeated by fate. Fate cannot defeat human spirit or human soul. In a way, she is challenging fate. Yes, do you remember the opinion of Dr. Christian Bernard and his father? So his father might say, whatever suffering one may get is the will of God. God is testing you. Yes, suffering ennobles a person and makes him better according to his father, Dr. Christian Bernard. But Dr. Bernard does not see any meaning in the suffering of people, neither of children. You remember that? And he found what is the meaning of suffering from the lesson. What is that? In celebration of being alive. Remember that. Here, the strong lady, the Nightingale of India, Sarojini Naidu. In a way, she is challenging fate. Let us move to the lesson directly. A challenge to fate, test to page number 90. Take page number 90, everyone. Okay, first stanza. Why will you vex me with your futile conflict? She is directly asking the fate. Oh fate, why do you vex with me? Vex, trouble. Why do you try to trouble me with your futile? Means of no use, meaningless. Your conflict is of no meaning for me. I don't take it seriously. Why do you try to trouble me? Oh fate, addressing the fate. She is asking fate directly. Why do you try to vex, trouble me with your futile, meaningless, of no use, yes, conflict. Your conflict cannot trouble me. Why will you strive with me, O foolish fate? Yes, she is calling fate as a stupid and foolish. Oh, foolish fate, why do you strive? Means try, work hard. You see, to strive with me. Oh, fate, you are stupid and foolish. You cannot break me with your poignant envy. Yes, you cannot break me. You see, with your incisive, determined envy. or jealousy. You cannot break me. You cannot defeat me. You cannot destroy me with your envy and jealousy. You cannot slay me with your subtle hate. Slay actually kill. Here it means defeat or destroy. With your hate, subtle, not subtle, subtle, means not outwardly seen. See, very clever, something very cleverly done. Get things done in an indirect way. That is subtle. See, subtle, a hate, not directly but indirectly. So, with your hate, you cannot defeat me. Slay, kill, here it means defeat. Circumstantial meaning. You cannot defeat me. You cannot destroy me with your hate. For all the cruel folly you pursue, whatever folly means foolish. Foolish things you try in order to defeat me, I will not cry with suppliant hands to you. I will not bend my head before you. See, I will not cry. I will not cry in the real sense. I am not going to cry. I am not going to repent. I am not going to beg your pardon. I am not going to feel sorry at all. And with the suppliant hands to you, bending my head, folding, says suppliant. See, folding my hand, I would not bend my head before you. I will not surrender. In whatever way you try to defeat me, whatever foolish ways you are going to, defeat me, destroy me, punish me, whatever you try to do, I will not surrender. She is challenging fate. Yes, we all, especially older generation people would say, it is your fate. It is your fate. They are trying to find an excuse, a reason, a comfort, consolation or a solace by finding an excuse for all the suffering that one may have to face in life. A surrendering to fate, folding the hand and bending the head. Anyone might be surrendering to fate, but Sarojini Naidu tells that I will not surrender. Whatever way you try to defeat me, destroy me, kill me, yes, I will not. What a strong spirit. I will not surrender. I will never be defeated. She is challenging fate in the first stanza. Once again, go through the first stanza. Why will you vex me with your futile conflict? She is asking fate. Why do you try to trouble me with your conflict which is futile? Why will you strive with me? You are struggling or trying or working hard. Oh, foolish fate. Oh, fate, stupid fate. You cannot defeat me. You cannot break me with your opponent envy. Your strong, incisive envy you cannot defeat with. You cannot slay me with your subtle hate. With all your malice, hate and evil, you cannot kill me, means destroy me or defeat me. For all the cruel folly you pursue, you follow, pursue. Whatever foolish things you may try, in whatever way you may try to defeat me, I will not cry. Means I will not surrender. I will not be defeated with suppliant hands to you. I will not fold my hand. See, folded hands bending before someone. Me surrendering. I will not surrender. Yes, Sarojini Naidu is challenging fate by telling that in whatever way you try to defeat me, I will not surrender. Let us continue. You may perhaps by chance, you may wreck in your bitter malice. Malice means evil, means hatred. In your malice, you may wreck the radiant empire of my eager eyes. Yes, the empire of my eager eyes, my bright eyes, the radiance you may wreck, means destroy. My eyesight you may take away. The bright, colorful, so bright eyes I have, you may take away that bright eyes of mine. My eyesight may be taken by you. You can destroy me, punish me in many ways. You can do many things to me. Number one, you may take away my eyesight, the brightness of my eyes, the radiant empire of my eager eyes, you may take revenge upon me, punish me in many ways. Number one, you may take away my eyesight. Say, can you rob my memories, dear dominion? Even if you take away my eyesight, you cannot take away from me what? My memories, dear dominion. Dominion is kingdom or empire. My memory has a lot of sweet memories. In my memory, I can remember all the beautiful things I have seen in my life that you cannot take away. Even if you take away my eyesight, I will not surrender because I have a vast array of sweet memories. All the beautiful things in the world I have seen. How beautiful it is. Describing nature, the wonderful things of nature, the sweet memories of nature, the beautiful things of the world. I have seen a lot. And I will never forget that. It is there in my memory. Even if my eyesight is lost, I will not surrender. Because you cannot take away the kingdom of my memory. Means my remembrance, my recollection. You cannot take away. It is in my heart. It is in my mind. Nobody can take it away. Can you rob me? Can you steal away from me? Can you take away from me? What? My memories, dearest dominion. That means the kingdom of my memory, the sweet memories of me. Nobody can take away from me. Over sunlit mountains and cedar skies. Yes, sweet memories of sunlit mountains and skies, etc. See, all those beautiful things, it is there in my mind, which nobody can take it away. In my enduring treasuries I hold. Enduring means everlasting treasury. See, a treasure, a heap of memories, a collection of memories is a great treasure for me. These memories, it is a great treasure for me. About sunlit mountains and beautiful skies, etc. and etc. Yes, a long line of memories is there in my mind. A great treasure is there in my mind that nobody can take it away. Even if you take away the beautiful eyesight of mine, you cannot take away the sweet memories of all the beautiful things in the world. The ageless splendor. Ageless, never become aged. Means immortal, everlasting. The ageless splendor means beauty. The ageless splendor of these beautiful things in the world. The beauty of nature, of unravished gold. Yes, gold means golden, unravished. See, delighted or ecstatic. Yes, excited. See, ecstatic or delightful. See, golden memories. A treasure of golden memories is there in my mind which nobody else can take away. Nobody can take it away. Even if you take away my eyesight, you cannot take away the sweet memories of all the beautiful things I have seen in this world. In this beautiful world, I have seen a lot of things which are all sweet and beautiful. That memories, it is there in my mind which nobody else can take it away. I can see, I can use my mind's eyes. Through the eyes of my mind, I can see them all, even if you take away my eyesight. That is what, our poetess is telling to the faith that you cannot take away the sweet memories of all the beautiful things in the world. So you can punish me in many ways. You can take away my eyesight. But these memories, you cannot take it away. So you cannot punish me. You cannot defeat me. Even by taking my eyesight away. The brightness of my eyes, my eyesight itself can be taken away from me. You can punish me in such a way, but you cannot defeat me by taking away my eyesight, because the long list of things I have seen in my life, it is there in my mind, in my heart. A great treasure is still remaining, so which nobody can take it away. So you cannot defeat me in such a way. You cannot defeat me by taking my eyesight from me, says Sarojini Naidu. Once again, go through stanza number 2. You may perchance wreck in your bitter malice, in your hatred and evil. You may wreck me, destroy, take away from my eyes the radiant empire of my eager eyes. Yes, the brightness of my eyes, which means my eyesight, you may take away. But say, can you rob my memories, dear dominion? Yes, my memories, sweet memories, the kingdom of my memories, can you take it away? Nobody can. Even fate cannot take it away. Over sunlit mountains and citrus skies, the beautiful things of the world, in my enduring treasuries I hold them in my enduring everlasting treasuries. It is there in my mind, the ageless splendor of unravished gold. Memories which are immortal still remains in my mind, which nobody can take it away, even fate. Oh fate, you cannot defeat me. Fate, oh fate, you cannot defeat me by taking away my eyesight from me. Next, you may usurp the kingdoms of my hearing. Number 1, my eyesight. Number 2, my ability to hear. You may, usurp means take something illegally, take something by force which is illegal. Means snatch it away from me, take away from me. Yes, my kingdom of hearing. You may punish me, you may take revenge upon me by taking away my power to hear. First it was eyesight, now it is a power to hear. Say, shall my scattered spirit cease to hear? No, still my scathless means unharmed or harmless. My spirit, cease means stop. My spirit will never stop to hear. My spirit will still be hearing. The bridal rapture of the blowing valleys is the rapture, ecstasy of the blowing valleys. See, the sound of nature so beautiful. The ecstatic sound of nature, the song of nature, I shall still be hearing. The lyric pageant of the passing year. Pageant means a long line of, a long procession of passing year. In a year, there will be many beautiful scenes to be seen and sounds to be heard. A long line of, a long procession of beautiful things I have heard in this year, that nobody can take it away. Yes, the bridal rapture of blowing valleys, the lyric pageant of the passing year, the sounding odes and singing harmonies. The sounding odes, the sound of ode actually means addressal poem, means music of singing harmonies. Harmony also music. See, ode means poem, the music of the song of nature. See, nobody can take it away from me. Oh, battling tempests and unconquered seas. All these things are there in the world, in this beautiful nature. See, tempest means what? A heavy, very heavy, strong wind. See, breeze means very soft. Very soft wind is breeze. Little more faster gale, brisk gale. Then wind, strong wind. The strongest one is a tempest. All these sounds you hear in nature. All these sounds you hear in nature, you take from nature all these sounds, and sweet music of nature you can hear. Yes, even if you take away my power to hear, you cannot defeat me. I have heard all these things from nature, and it will remain in my mind, in my memories. It will remain forever. Everlasting, immortal, it will remain forever and forever. And nobody can take it away from me. So you cannot defeat me by taking away my power to hear. Once again, see that there? You may assure the kingdoms of my hearing. You may take away, snatch away from me the power to hear. Say, shall my scathless spirit cease to hear? Still, my unharmed or harmless spirit will never stop to hear. My spirit will be hearing. I can hear using my mind. My mind will be listening to the sweet sounds from nature, sweet music of nature, and all those sweet, sweet sound. See, one who enjoys the beauty of nature, power to hear is the most important. Do you remember the story of Beethoven? Yes, the music samrat he was, music composer. For him, sound was the most sweet, the sweetest thing in the world. Halfway in his life, he became completely deaf. He could not hear anything. Still, he continued, to compose his music. And this sorrow was with him forever and forever in his life, in his mind, in his memories, in his thoughts. And his last words were, I probably shall hear in heaven. His last words were, I probably shall hear in heaven. How deep was the sorrow for Beethoven that he could not hear the sweet music of nature, the song of the birds, the music of the rivers and valleys and streams. He was not able to hear. He was a nature poet and he was a nature composer. He would go to the forest to take all the music of nature into his mind and body, and he would come back even sometimes in rain, and he would write down those sweet music in his songs. He would compose accordingly. But halfway in his life, he became completely deaf. What a sorrowful thing for a music composer. Yes. So, here, our Sarojini Naidu is challenging fate. You may take away my power to hear, but you cannot defeat me, because using my mind, it is there in my mind. All the sweet music of nature, it is there in my mind, which nobody can take it away. It is immortal and everlasting. Next stanza. Yeah, you may smite my mouth to throbbing silence. Smite means strike or punish or take it away. My mouth to throbbing silence. My power to speak. First eyesight, then power to hear, blind, deaf. Now comes a dumb. Blind, deaf, now dumb. You may make me dumb, unable to speak, unable to sing, unable to talk, etc. So you may punish me by taking away my power to speak, to throbbing silence. You may take away my power, my ability to speak. Pluck from my lips the power of articulate words. Pluck away, take away from my lips. See, the power to speak words. Articulate means make sound. To speak words, I may become blind, deaf and dumb. Still, I shall not surrender. You cannot defeat me with all these things. Yes, you may take away my power to speak. Yes. Okay, say, shall my heart lack his familiar language? But my heart will never lack his familiar language. Language cannot be taken away from me. The familiar language of my lips cannot be taken away from me. Even if I don't speak, I can understand, I can listen, hear and speak using my mind. Yes. While earth has nests for her mellifluous birds. Look at the birds in the sky. They never make big buildings or big houses. They fly in the sky so free, and they take rest in the branches or in a small nest. See, while earth has nets for her mellifluous birds, so sweet and beautiful birds, earth has nests. Shall my impassioned heart forget to sing? She is asking, shall my impassioned means fervent or ecstatic or excited heart shall never, forget to sing. I will sing using my heart, not using my mouth or my tongue. Still, my heart would be singing with the 10,000 voice of the spring. Spring is the most beautiful season of the year. Spring season. There will be sweet sound, sweet music, beautiful things to see. Flowers, fragrance, song of birds, all these things are there in the season of spring. Yes, my heart shall never stop to sing with 10,000 voices. Not one or two, thousands and thousands, tens of thousands voices. My heart shall sing the voice of the spring. Many voices of the spring, my heart shall still be singing. Even if you take away my power to speak words, my ability to speak, my heart shall be singing thousands of words, thousands of voices of the spring. The beautiful season of the year, spring season, will have a good number of sweet sounds, sweet music, that my heart shall be going on singing. My heart shall never stop to sing the music of the spring. So, even if you take away my power to speak, you cannot defeat me. So, you can punish me in many ways. My eyesight can be taken away, might be taken away. Power to hear. Yes, then comes power to speak. You may make me blind, deaf and dumb. Still I shall not surrender. You cannot defeat me. She is challenging fate. You cannot defeat me with all your punishments. Now comes a lot of other punishment. Yeah, you may quell my blood with sudden anguish. You may stop the flow of my blood. You punish me in many ways. Okay, with sudden anguish means extreme pain. You may punish me in many ways, giving extreme pain, physical and mental. Many ways you can punish me. You may quell, my blood. You can punish me in many ways, in whatever way. Yes, fetter my limbs with some compelling pain. Fetter means what? Chain my limbs. You can chain me. My limbs, my organs, all, hands and legs and all, you can chain me with severe pain. You can punish me, torture me, persecute me in many ways by giving pain, physical and mental also, suffering. You can punish me. But, yes, how will you daunt my free, far journeying fancy? You cannot daunt means control. You cannot control me by all this punishment. My free, yes, journeying fancy. See, imagination. You cannot bind my fancy and imagination. The rise upon the periods of rain. Yes, my imagination which rides upon the pinions and the wings of the rain. Yes, imagination flies on the wings of the rain. The wings of nature, my imagination flies. Like a bird that flies so high in the sky, singing beautiful songs. Skylark, lark in the sky, bird in the sky, singing so beautiful songs. See, because I can still fly on the wings of the rain, on the wings of nature, I can still fly away. You cannot chain me, you cannot control me. Yes, the rides upon the pinions of the rain. How will you tether my triumphant mind? Tether means rope or tie. How will you control? How will you tie? How will you bind my triumphant mind? Triumphant means victorious. My mind cannot be tied, bound. You see, it cannot be. You cannot bind my mind. Triumphant, victorious it is. Victorious, you cannot defeat it. My mind cannot be defeated. Yes, rival and fearless comrade of the wind. Yes, in a way rival because I can fly. And a comrade of the wind, I can fly with the wind. I can fly so high. My imagination, in my imagination, I can fly. In my imagination, I can fly with the wind. I am a comrade, co-worker, friend of the wind. So you cannot control me in any way. Even if you give me so many kinds of, so many punishments, you cannot control me. You cannot tie me. You cannot bind me. Because I am a comrade of the wind. I can fly. How can I fly? Upon the wings of the rain. In the nature, I can fly with the wind. So you cannot control me in any way. You can punish me in many ways, but you cannot control what my triumphant mind, my victorious. Is it not so? You cannot control my victorious mind. So I'll be flying like a bird. Nobody can control me. So she is completely, you see, unconquerable. Nobody can defeat her. Yes. Last stanza. Though you deny the hope of all my being. You can punish me in many other ways also. You can deny the hope of all my being. All hopes gone. Hopeless I may become. You see, you may deny. Yes, my life may become hopeless. Betray my love. The greatest sorrow is the betrayal of love. Nobody can ever forget that. You may betray my love. See, punishment can be in many ways. Is it not so? Love is the sweetest feeling of life. Love is not there, life is of no meaning. I repeat, love is not there. If love is not there, life is of no meaning. Betray my love. Yes, once I told, I think, about John Keats. See, he died in the year of 26. See, why? He saw his own brother dying of TB. At that time, it was not curable at all. He wrote about his brother, where youth grows spectre thin and dies. And later on, he himself found that he was suffering from TB. At that time, he was in a love affair. He withdrew from that love affair and went away, far away from his native place. And lonely he was, and he died there. The love, the thought of love was there in his mind, even his last days. John Keats, we can never forget. One who knows literature can never forget John Keats. So beautiful are his poems. So beautiful. Chiseled expressions. So beautiful. Everlasting, immortal words he wrote. Immortal words, VRC poems he wrote. Lines of poems he wrote. Yes. So, betray my love. You may betray my love. You may punish me by denying my true love, real love. My sweetest dream destroy. You may destroy my sweetest dream. When one's sweetest dream is lost, some people go and commit suicide because they find no meaning in continuing in life. This life becomes so meaningless for them. It is quite foolish in a way. But you may punish me by what? Destroying my sweetest dream. You may punish me in such a way also. By destroying my sweetest dreams. You may punish me in such a way. Yet will I slake my individual sorrow? No. You see, I will not slake. That means reduce or quench my individual sorrow. Sorrow here not a real sorrow, but the deep source of universal joy. I will not stop drinking the deep source of universal joy. Yes, universal joy is a ambrosia of hope. In a way, elixir of life. You might have heard of a divine food in Puranas or in mythology, Amrita. In Purana it is there. What is that? Devas and Asuras together. They got it from Paladi, Mithunam. They got this Amrita and Asuras went with that. And to get it back, Mahavishnu himself went in the guise of a beautiful girl, Mohini. Okay. Later on, they got it back. And after that, seeing this beautiful girl, Shivadu also got some temptation. You see, they joined together, and a son was born. That is Harihara Sudan Manigandan Swami Ayyappa of Shabarimalai. Have you heard the story? Yes. Just ask someone, or if you ask me later, I will tell you. Okay, now? So beautiful. So in that mythology, this Amrit is there. That is what I want to say, not the entire story, not time. So if there is time, we will tell later. So Amrita, that will give you immortality. Immortality. So Devas are immortal. No, there is no death for them. They will be remaining young forever and forever. So I will not stop drinking from that universal joy. That means something like a divine food it is. I will never stop. You see, even if you punish me in many ways, give me many punishments, such as giving many kinds of sorrows and suffering, I will never stop drinking from that immortal drink. O fate, in vain you hunger to control. In vain, quite meaningless, quite futile. You try to hunger. Hunger again means aspire to control. You wish to control me. You try to control me. I mean, that attempt is quite futile, meaningless. If you aspire to control me, it is quite futile and meaningless. Oh fate, in whichever way, in whatever way you try to control me, they are all quite futile and meaningless. You cannot. My frail, serene, indomitable soul. Indomitable, unconquerable soul. My frail and serene. Serene means calm. Frail means actually weak. Weak not in the real sense, but in the my body is so weak. I am an ordinary man. My mind also maybe you may think that as it is weak, but my soul is indomitable, unconquerable. Nobody can conquer it. Nobody can defeat it. I shall never be defeated. O fate, I shall remain indomitable or unconquerable. Last stanza once again. Though you may deny the hope of all my being, even if you deny the hope of all my being, my existence, all hopes will be lost. Betray my love. You may betray my love. My sweetest dream destroy. You may destroy the sweetest dreams of mine. Yet will I slake my individual sorrow. I will not stop drinking from that immortal divine food at the deep source of universal joy. That's what? I will not stop drinking from that immortal joy of divine food. And she says that, oh fate, all your attempts to defeat me, to hunger, to control, you may try, you may aspire, wish or desire to control my frail, serene, indomitable soul. I mean, even if you try in many ways, you cannot defeat my frail, serene, but unconquerable soul. Oh fate. Oh fate, you cannot defeat me. In this way, Sarojini Naidu is challenging fate and says that she is indomitable and unconquerable. Nobody can defeat her. Fate cannot defeat her. Yes. So the poem says what? Once again, introduction, conclusion. Yes. She shows that an enlightened human spirit cannot be defeated by fate. In this poem, she strongly asserts that a soul cannot be defeated. An enlightened human spirit cannot be defeated. I hope it is clear to you. Once again, go through the poem and watch the video several times. Thank you.